Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in the previous video we did question up to 40 and now we will continue from question number 41. So let's begin. Which of the following fiber groups are not attached to alveolar bone? So its answer is transseptal. We had also studied about it in the previous questions also. So its answer is transseptal. Now question 42. The normal gingival is option A red, option B yellow, option C coral pink, or option D whitish grey. So its answer is option C coral pink. The coral pink color of gingiva is produced by the vascular supply, the thickness and degree of keratinization of the epithelium, and the presence of pigment containing cells. Okay. Now question 43. A black line on the gingiva which follows the contour of the margin is due to option A lead, option B argyria, option C iron, or option D mercury. So its answer is option D mercury. Explanation है bismuth, arsenic and mercury produce black line in the gingiva that follows the contour of the margin. Oral manifestation of lead poisoning consists of a bluish black line following the contours of the marginal gingiva. Okay. Now question 44. Basal lamina consists of dash type of collagen fibers. So its answer is option C type 4. We have already studied about it in the previous questions. So basal lamina consists of type 4 collagen fibers. Question 45. Dendritic cells located among keratinocytes at all suprabasal levels and belonging to reticuloendothelial system derived from bone marrow are. So its options are melanocytes, option B Langerhans cells, option C lymphocytes, or option D Merkel cells. So its answer is option B Langerhans cells. Now question 46. Elastic fiber system present in the lamina propria consists of all except option A oxytocin, option B elastin, option C elastin, option D collagen. So its answer is option D collagen. Now question 47. Which of the following is non-keratinocyte? Option A Langerhans cells, option B red blood cell, option C Langerhans cells, or option D grey cell. So we know its answer. Its answer is option C Langerhans cell. It's a non-keratinocyte. Under non-keratinocytes there are three cells: Langerhans cells, melanocytes and Merkel cells. इसकी explanation है Langerhans cell is a non-keratinocyte seen in epithelium of mucous membrane. Langerhans cell is a multinuclear giant cell seen in chronic inflammatory diseases like tuberculosis. Question 48. Cementum found on the cervical third of the root is option A acellular afibrillar cementum, option B acellular extrinsic fiber cementum, option C cellular mixed stratified cementum, or option D cellular intrinsic fiber cementum. So its answer given in pulse is option A and option B both, acellular afibrillar cementum and acellular extrinsic fiber cementum. Let's see its explanation. Schroeder classification of cementum. So acellular afibrillar cementum contains neither cells nor extrinsic or intrinsic collagen fibers except for a mineralized ground substance found in coronal cementum. Acellular extrinsic fiber cementum contains densely packed bundles of Sharpey's fibers and lacks cells found in cervical third of roots. Cellular mixed stratified cementum composed of extrinsic and intrinsic fibers and may contain cells found primarily in the apical third of roots and apices and in percussion areas. And cellular intrinsic fiber cementum contains cells but not extrinsic fibers. It fills the resorption lacunae. Okay. Now question 49. The cell that is present in the stratum spinosum and stratum basale is option A basket cells, option B melanocyte, option C keratinocyte, option D Merkel cells. So its answer is option B melanocyte. Now question 50. Periodontal ligament is thinnest at option A apex, option B coronal, option C crestal, or option D fulcrum of axis of rotation. So its answer is fulcrum of axis of rotation. Periodontal ligament is thinnest at fulcrum of axis of rotation. Question 51. the interradicular bone is? Option A compact, option B cancellous, option C exophytic, option D osteophytic. So its answer is option B cancellous. Facial and lingual portion of sockets consist of compact bone and alveolar bone proper, thin compact bone, interdental septum, cancellous bone enclosed within a compact border, interradicular bone, cancellous bone. Okay. Now question 52. Biological width means. So its answer is option A, sum of connective tissue and junctional epithelium. So biological width is defined as the physiologic dimension of the functional epithelium and connective tissue attachment. It has been found to be approximately 2 mm plus minus 30%. It has been theorized that infringement on the biological width by the placement of a restoration within its zone may result in gingival inflammation, pocket formation, and loss of alveolar bone. Consequently, it is recommended there should be at least 3 mm between gingival margin and bone crest. This allows for adequate biological width when the restoration is placed 0.5 mm within the gingival sulcus. Okay. Now question 53. Reticular fibers found in periodontal ligament consist of. So its answer is option B, type 3. Now question 54. Collagen fibers are absent in. So its answer is acellular afibrillar cementum, because it says afibrillar, so there are no fibers present. So collagen fibers are absent in acellular afibrillar cementum. Acellular afibrillar cementum contains neither cells nor extrinsic or intrinsic collagen fibers except for a mineralized ground substance. Acellular afibrillar cementum is formed by the cementoblast and is found on coronal cementum in the humans with a thickness of 1 to 50 micrometer. Question 55. Keratin is specific to epidermal type differentiation are. Option A, K1, K2, K10, K12. Option B, K1, K3, K10, K12. Option C, K1, K2, K10, K13. Option D, K1, K2, K11, K13. So its answer is option A, K1, K2, K10 and K13. The keratin proteins are composed of different polypeptide subunits characterized by their isoelectric points and molecular weights. They are numbered in a sequence contrary to their molecular weight. Generally, basal cells begin synthesizing lower molecular weight keratins such as K19, 40 Kd and express their higher molecular weight keratins as they migrate to the surface. K1 keratin polypeptide, that is 68 Kd, is the main component of stratum corneum. So K1, K2, K10 and K12 keratin are specific to epidermal type differentiation. K6, K16 characteristic of highly proliferative epithelia. K5, K14 are stratification specific cytokeratins. K19 is present in parakeratinized only areas and absent in orthokeratinized areas. So question based on this, keratin specific to highly proliferative epithelia are, so the answer is K6 and K16. Now question 56. The gingiva is attached to the tooth by. So its answer is option D, gingival fibers. Gingiva is attached to the tooth by gingival fibers. Question 57. The stippling of gingiva indicates all except option A, surface keratinization, option B, healthy gingiva, option C, adaptive specialization for reinforcement of function, or option D, none of the above. So its answer is option D, none of the above. Stippling is produced by alternate rounded protuberances and depressions in the gingival surface. It is seen in attached gingiva and central core of interdental papilla. It is a form of adaptive specialization or reinforcement for function. It is a feature of healthy gingiva, and reduction or loss of stippling is a common sign of gingival disease. When the gingiva is restored to health after treatment, the stippled appearance returns. Now question 58. Lamina densa of the basal lamina beneath the epithelium is composed of. So its answer is option D, type 4 collagen. The epithelium is joined to underlying connective tissue by basal lamina. It consists of lamina lucida and lamina densa, hemidesmosomes of the basal epithelial cells. The lamina lucida, the lamina densa is composed of type 4 collagen. The hemidesmosomes of the basal epithelial cells of gingival epithelium abut the. So the answer is lamina lucida. Question 59. Stratification specific keratins present in gingival epithelium are. So its answer is option D, K5 and K40. We have studied about it in question 55 that stratification specific cytokeratins are K5 and K40. Question 60. The gingival fiber group which inserts in two adjacent teeth is the. Option A, horizontal group, option B, circular group, option C, transeptal group, option D, oblique group. So its answer is option C, transeptal group. Now question 61. An isolated area in which root is denuded of bone is intact and covered only by periosteum and overlying gingiva is called. So its answer is option A, fenestration. Now let's see the difference between fenestration and dehiscence. Fenestration is an isolated area in which the root is denuded of bone and is covered by periosteum and overlying gingiva only. The marginal bone is intact. What is dehiscence? These are the denuded areas extend through the marginal bone, occur more often on the facial bone than on the lingual. Okay. Now question 62. The type of bone present in interradicular area is. So this is a repeated question. Answer is option B, cancellous. Question 63. One of the following group of fibers in the lamina propria of the gingiva help to bind the free gingiva to the tooth. इसकी explanation है, the attachment of the gingival epithelium to the tooth is reinforced by the gingival fibers which brace the marginal gingiva against the tooth surface. For this reason, the junctional epithelium and the gingival fibers are considered together as a functional unit referred to as dentogingival unit. The connective tissue component of the dentogingival unit contains densely packed collagen fiber bundles, a mixture of type 1 and type 3 collagen fibers that are arranged in distinct patterns. That is dentogingival fibers, alveologingival fibers, circular fibers, dentoperiosteal fibers, transeptal fibers. Okay. Now dentogingival fibers, they extend from cementum into the free and attached gingiva. Alveologingival fibers extend from alveolar crest into the free and attached gingiva. Circular fibers wrap around the tooth like a ring, make the close adaptation of the free gingiva to the tooth and interweave with other collagen fiber bundles. Dentoperiosteal fibers run from the cementum over the alveolar crest and insert into the alveolar process. And transeptal fibers run interdentally from the cementum just apical to the junctional epithelium and over the alveolar crest where they insert into the cementum of the neighboring tooth. Okay, now question 64. The periodontium does not include option A, cementum, option B, dentine, option C, periodontal ligament, option D, bone lining the socket. So its answer is option B, dentine. Now question 65. Bioactive glass, also known as perioglass, bone graft material is a type of autograft material, option B, allograft material, option C, xenograft, or option D, non-bone graft material. So its answer is option D, non-bone graft material. Now question 66. The sulcular epithelium acts as semi-permeable membrane through which option A, bacterial products pass in the gingiva, option B, fluid from the gingiva seeps into the sulcus, option C, both of the above, option D, none of the above. So its answer is option C, both of the above. Explanation है, characteristic of epithelial component of dentogingival unit. So gingival epithelium, it is stratified squamous keratinized epithelium. It is continuous with the sulcular epithelium at the gingival crest or gingival margin. It covers the gingiva and forms the clinically visible gingival tissues. It covers both the free and attached gingival tissues. Okay. Now circular epithelium, it is made up of stratified squamous epithelium. It is non-keratinized. It faces the tooth surface but is not attached to it. It forms the soft tissue lining of the gingival sulcus or the periodontal pocket. Now junctional epithelium, it forms the epithelial attachment between the gingiva and the tooth. It is non-keratinized. It forms the floor of the sulcus or the pocket. It wraps around the tooth like a collar in health, following the morphology of the cemento-enamel junction. It is wider at the floor of the sulcus, that is 15 to 30 cells thick, and tapers apically to 3 to 4 cells thick. It comprised of layers of flattened squamous cells oriented parallel to the tooth surface. The surface cells attached to the tooth surface via hemidesmosomes. Basal lamina differs from other basal lamina that oppose connective tissue in that type 4 collagen is absent. Okay. Now question 67, the last question of this chapter. Osteoblast covering the periodontal surface of the alveolar bone constitute a option A modified periosteum, option B modified endosteum, option C periosteum, option D endosteum. So its answer is option B modified endosteum. Explanation है osteoblasts are derived from multipotent mesenchymal cells. They cover the periodontal surface of the alveolar bone. These constitute the modified endosteum and not the periosteum. The surface of the bone lining a socket is regarded as an interior surface of the bone. This surface of the bone is covered by osteoblast in various stages. The collagen fibers of ligament that penetrate the alveolar bone are present between the cells. Okay, so the answer is modified endosteum. So we have done all the questions of this chapter. So if you like the videos, if it is helpful to you, please do like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much.